Hello and a very warm welcome. Thank you, Deepika and Ramakrishna ji. Ramkrishna ji, thank you for joining in. And I have invited you for a new chapter that we are going to read that is about emotions. But before we go ahead with that, I would love I would love to share what we have read so far in this book, Awaken the Giant Within. All right. So, when we read, I will go very swiftly and in very, one and two lines, what we have read so far. Chapter one was about dreams of destiny. In this chapter, we learned about that everything begins with a decision. And in our movement of that decision, our destiny is shaped. Chapter number two was about the power of decisions, where we understood that every action we take today is the result of the decisions we made in the past. By owning our choices, we reclaim our personal power. In the chapters 3, 4, 5, and 6, we explored how pain and pleasure drive behaviors and how changing our belief systems can change the entire life story. Chapter 7 was about questions are the answers, wherein we understood that how the quality of questions we ask defines the quality of our life. So we should ask powerful questions. Chapter number 8 and 9 were about the transformational vocabulary and life metaphors that we can use and we should be using even when we are in a situation that is not very favorable. It taught us, that there is another level of power of words and which helps you to shift from being stuck to being empowered. Chapter number 10 that we have just finished was talking about the power of life metaphors, how we use, So, before I go ahead on this, I would love for you to share with me in the chat box that what is life to you? Because the kind of language you use is decides the kind of life you have. So what do you call life? Where if you are calling life as, something that is uh, a challenge, it will be a challenge. If you call life as something that is journey, it will prove itself to be a journey. So as per whatever, if you call life as a battle, you will see that your life will look like a battle only. So, this chapter helped us to reframe limiting metaphors to empowering ones. Now, the chapter that I have invited you for is the chapter number 11, that is the 10 emotions of power. In this chapter, Tony Robbins shares the emotions that are invisible forces behind every decision we make, and we don't learn to master them. They will, if we don't learn to master them, they will master us. So how emotions like gratitude, determination, love, curiosity can become our emotional homes. We will also cover, why even so-called negative emotions like fear or frustration can be used for growth. And this is all that we are going to read about. I would love to, very quickly start sharing the screen so that we can read together and see what does Tony Robbins has to share. Thanks, Madhulika, for joining in. Before I go ahead, Ramakrishna ji, if you are now available, would you like to introduce yourself? All right, I think he's still in the middle of something. I'll share the screen and we shall start reading the chapter. Chapter number 11, the 10 emotions of power. There can be no transforming of darkness into light and of empathy into the moment without emotions, says Carl Jung. We as humans actually operate from emotions most of the time. हमको अच्छा लग रहा होता है तो हम अच्छा 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 सब कुछ अच्छे गुड लूप्स में जाते हैं, एंड वी डू एंड फील बेटर एंड डू थिंग्स मोर एनर्जेटिकली. एंड द डेज व्हेन वी आर फीलिंग सैड, तब हम लोगों की इमोशंस नीचे 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 डाउनवर्ड स्पाइरल में जाते हैं, और हमारी एनर्जी, हमारी द बॉडी लैंग्वेज दैट वी इमिटेट ऑल्सो गोज डाउन. I would like to introduce you to a fellow named Walt. Walt is a good, decent human being who always tries to do the right things. He has his life down to the science, everything in its proper place and in the correct order. Weekdays he arises at exactly 6:30, showers and shaves, gulps down some coffee, grabs his lunch, pail filled with the requisite bologna sandwich and twinkles, and runs out of the door at 7:10 to spend 45 minutes in traffic. He arrives at his desk at by 8, where he sits down to do the same job he has been doing for the past 20 years. At 5, he goes home, pops the top on a cold one, and grabs the TV remote control. An hour later, his wife comes home and they decide whether to eat leftovers or throw a pizza in the microwave. After dinner, he watches the news while his wife bathes their kids and puts him to bed. By no later than 9:30, he is in the sack. He devotes his weekends to yard work, car maintenance, and sleeping in. Walt and his new wife have been married for 3 years, and while wouldn't exactly describe the relationship as inflamed with passion, it's comfortable. Even though lately it seems to be repeating a lot of same patterns of his first marriage. Do you know someone like this, like Walt? Maybe he's someone you know intimately, someone who never suffers the depths of utter devastation or dependency, but also someone who never revels in the heights of passion and joy. I have heard it said that the only difference between the rut and a grave is a few feet and over a century ago. Thoreau observed that the mass of men led lives of quiet desperation. As we move into the next century, this phase is unfortunately more applicable than ever. If there is one thing I have noticed in the countless letters I have received since I wrote Ultimate Power, it's the overwhelming prevalence of this kind of disassociation in people's lives. Something that just happened out of their desire to avoid pain and the hunger with which they seize upon an opportunity to feel more alive, more passionate, and more electric. From my perspective, as I travel around the world, meeting people from all walks of life and feeling the pulse of literally hundreds of thousands of individuals, we all seem to instinctively realize the risk of emotional flatline and desperately seek ways to get our hearts pumping again. So many suffer from the delusion that emotions are entirely out of their control. That they are just something that spontaneously occurs in reaction to the events of our lives. Often we dread emotions as if they are viruses that zero in on us and attack when we are most vulnerable. Sometimes we think of them as inferior cousins to our intellect and discount their validity, or as assume that emotions arise in response to what others do and say to us. What's the common element in all these global beliefs? It is the misconception that we have no control over these mysterious things called emotions. Out of their need to avoid feeling certain emotions, people will often go to great, even ridiculous lengths. They will turn to drugs, alcohol, overeating, gambling. They will lapse into deliberating depression. In order to avoid hurting a loved one or being hurt by one, they will suppress all emotions, end up as emotional androids, and ultimately destroy all the feelings of connection that got them together in the first place, thus devastating the ones they love most. I believe there are four basic ways in which people deal with emotions. Which of these have you used today? So before we go into the four basic ways in which people deal with emotion, I would love to ask you, hmm, have you been around people, or are you one of those people who actually lead their life as per emotions? And there are times when, you suppress your emotions just so that there is a short-term harmony. Or maybe avoid your feelings while you know doing things like you smoke, you drink, you overeat, you watch extra, TV watching is happening, more of Netflix is happening, more of social media is happening, only to avoid the pain or avoiding the emotion that you're feeling, or avoiding the avoiding the what do you call the I
Pain,
lost the word.
discomfort,
Huh?
pain, discomfort, pain or discomfort that
Yes,
we are
pain or discomfort, or maybe the
fear of,
little
fear of performance.
fight that can happen because of not matching thoughts. How many of you have seen such situations? Madhulika, you have since unmuted yourself. Let's hear it from you first.
In a middle class joint family setup, a female goes through these emotions. See, this has nothing to do with gender biasness, nothing to do with attacking someone, but yes, it is practical also, because if we don't talk about the practical things, we somehow refuse to improve. See, we need to talk whatever is there in our society that is not letting the society grow. I So we need to talk. So yes, I think on an average, a female, yes, she goes through such situations, even if she is working also, and for working males also. I believe, and I have experienced that yes, in the personal front, male gets a less of problem if it's a joint family, but yes, the females has to face a lot of problem. So yeah, we also face such problems, and I think at times it works also, Karishma, because where the attention flow goes, the energy flows. So at times to just avoid things, because every situation doesn't have a solution also. So at times the solution is only to ignore and move forward.
True.
So for that, this binge watching or scrolling or binge eating, that also works. And
Hmm.
at times we need to reflect on our emotions, that how to deal with the situation. Like last night only, I was not present in the session, in our reading session, but I hardly miss it, because I was also resolving something on my personal front, and I took a decision that yes, I have to take a decision because I need to move forward. I cannot do firefighting for the same situation again and again. हर बार आग
Hmm.
बुझाओ, हर बार आग लग जाती है. I said, now I'm done firefighting. Let me take a bold step this time. So yeah, it depends person to person. What is your patience level and how long you can ignore a situation, and how long it is not disturbing the harmony and the peace of entire, this thing, family, relationship, and everything. If it
Hmm.
has come to that stage, then you have to take a decision.
Hmm. True.
So
But
yes.
I don't know. Somehow I have realized that suppressing your emotions and not talking them out is also going to, build up a lot inside of us. And then
See, that's what my point is. See, every time we don't seek for a solution, that what the solution is at times, because it is not under our control. Neither
yes.
I am making the situation, nor I am uh, nor I can diffuse it. But yes, I am getting affected by it.
Yes.
Right. So at times it is like, okay, fine, let it be. Ignore. Let them do what they want to do. Let them react how the other person is reacting. But at times, Karishma, when the thing, when your patient says, it's okay, it's done now. Now I have to take a step. So, at times it happens, ठीक है, कोई कुछ पड़ोसी ने किया या कुछ भी हुआ, ignore. I mean, we don't jump on the conclusion or the solution in the very first place. That is also there.
Very true. Well, thank you, Madhulika, for sharing your perspective. But why do you have your camera off today?
I'll show you.
Okay. Yes, Archana, I see you in the room as well. And since you have been part of these rooms earlier as well, Deepika and Ramkrishna is very new in this room. So I don't know. Deepika, in any case, cannot talk while she's traveling. But yes, I would love for you to share what is your perspective on what we have read so far. Emotions.
So, what Madhulika was sharing, I was listening to all this because I've just joined the session,
Okay.
so not much of context. I knew what you are talking about, but जो मुझे समझ में आया. She said to till one extent we all take up the emotions, and after that we start thinking now it's done and it's high time now. So I think most of the time now, why we reach there, first we need to understand, as you said very rightly, the communication path. So maybe she has also tried, maybe other people also try, even I have tried in my life. But despite of doing any kind of communication, at times it happens that you doesn't reach to any amicable solution. Maybe us time ke liye ho jata hai, then again, after some time, it again start rising, as Madhulika also shared.
Yes.
So now the thing is that what is the ultimate solution to it, right? So does leaving the front before leaving the front, the thing is to analyze that have you actually played 100% of your role? Have you played 100%, or is still there a scope to play around? So I'm not talking about कि आप जाओ ही जाओ बात करने के लिए and keep on hurting yourself. It's about how about healing yourself? How about taking the charge of your own life? How about working on your own self? How about becoming that strong person who understands how to create boundaries, who understands how to create boundaries around toxic people, who understands uh, how to communicate even in more better ways. Maybe some of our uh, way of communicating might not be, maybe you are talking in French, other person talks in German, and there is no language matches there. And that is why, difference of opinion is happening, because obviously you came from different background, the other person also, he comes from different background, and things might be different. But before taking any step wherein you feel that, okay, it is now all set and done, try everything, even your own personal development, your own healings, and take charge of your life. And even though after that you think that nothing is now, it's not working for me, then take the step. Because it's very easy. It's very easy because see, spiritually, I can tell you why such people are being planted in our lives. So there is a mission, why there is a soul contract with this person, right? आपकी लाइफ में इस पर्सन को प्लेस किया गया है बिकॉज उसने आपको ग्रो करने के लिए आना है इस लाइफ में. You have a soul contract with that. Even your child chooses you because the child has to come to your life for your own growth, right? वो चाइल्ड आपके साथ सोल कॉन्ट्रैक्ट करता है, आप चूज नहीं करते हो, राइट? And similarly with your partners also, with your loved ones also, even though they are being there in your life, it has certain reasons. So the reason is to understand why they are being placed, where your life journey is going, where are the lessons you need to learn, what are the things that you need to improve upon. So I'm not saying ki stay with that same person for long and keep demeaning yourself. If you have reached to that place, then definitely your next responsibility towards you is to take that step ahead and move out. But if you think that no, I should give it a try, ठीक है, कुछ difference of opinion होंगे, but ठीक है, we can still manage. And you can take the charge of your life and give your more than 100% to your relationship or anything for that matter, and then try it out and then take the decision. So this is what my take is, because see, अगर आप यहाँ से lesson नहीं सीख के जा रहे हैं, तो it doesn't mean कि आपको वो आगे lesson नहीं मिलेगा. Then you will get the lesson from somebody else.
True.
The lesson has to come to your life. Because it's your soul's journey. We all are being planted in each other's lives just because of certain reasons. मुझे आपसे कुछ सीखना है, आपने मुझसे कुछ सीखना है, आप मुझे कोई आईना दिखाओगे, मैं आपको कुछ दिखाऊंगी. Only then our whole soul development is happening. Why we all are sitting here is just because of this. Why I was getting that kind of download कि आज मुझे करिश्मा के book reading session में जाना चाहिए. There was some purpose. मैंने जैसे ही तुम्हारा वो मैसेज खोला, तो यू ऑल्सो सेड कि कम. तो आई सेड कि यार दिस इज सोल कॉलिंग, नहीं तो कहीं दूर दूर तक नहीं था कि. सो दिस इज हाउ नो द कनेक्शंस मेड. So just
Amazing.
analyze everything. So this is my
Thank you. Thank you so much, Archana, for sharing your perspective and
Thank you.
being in this room today. All right. Ramkrishna ji, do you want to share anything? Let's understand what are the 4 basic ways in which people deal with emotions. Okay, the number 1 way is avoidance. We all want to avoid painful emotions. As a result, most people try to avoid any situation that could lead to the emotions that they fear. Or worse, some people try not to feel any emotion at all. If, for example, they fear rejection, they try to avoid any situation that could lead to rejection. They shy away from relationships. They don't apply for challenging jobs. Dealing with emotions in this way is the ultimate trap, because while avoiding negative situations may protect you from for the short term, it keeps you from feeling the very love, intimacy, and connection that you desire most. And ultimately, you can't avoid feelings. A much more powerful approach is to learn to find the hidden positive meanings in those things you once thought were negative emotions. For example, if somebody thinks कि मेरे को तो ये लड़की पसंद है पर मैं इस लड़की को प्रपोज नहीं करूंगा, it's only because मेरे को पता है ये तो मेरी लीग से बाहर है, she is not going to say yes. तो do you think कि वो लड़की पटेगी कभी भी? Never. So it is said that once a no is a no, twice a no is moving towards a little yes, thrice a no is moving a little more towards yes. But we, because of the fear of rejection, just sit back and just keep on thinking, nah, it's out of my league. It's a funny example. We all are, away from this stage of our lives, but we know that in our lives, we might have faced it somewhere. Now that the phase that we are into right now, maybe we need to launch something, but because we feel that nobody might hop in, so we might not, do the launch in itself. और उसकी वजह से हम बैठे ही हुए हैं. What is the maximum that can happen? How can you use the negative emotion of feeling XYZ into bringing out a positive meaning out of it? Just like, Archana, you shared right now कि कोई भी हमारी लाइफ में आ भी रहा है, उसका कोई ना कोई रीजन है. There is some purpose that is being fulfilled. There is some lesson that we are getting fulfilled. For example, अगर हमारे को कोई इमोशन भी ऐसा नेगेटिव आ रहा है, तो there is some purpose behind that emotion. There is some need that is not getting fulfilled. At least it is giving you a message that need needs to be fulfilled. All right. Second number is denial. The second approach of dealing with emotion is the denial strategy. People often try to disassociate from their feelings by saying, it doesn't feel that bad. Meanwhile, they keep stoking the fire within themselves by thinking about how horrible things are and how someone has taken advantage of them, or how they do everything right but things still turn out wrong. And why does this always happen to them? In other words, they never change their focus or physiology and they keep asking the same disempowering questions. Experiencing an emotion and trying to pretend it's not there only creates more pain. Once again, ignoring the message that your emotions are trying to give you will not make things better. If the message your emotions are trying to deliver is ignored, the emotions simply increase their amperage. They intensify until you finally pay attention. Trying to deny your emotions is not the solution. Understanding them and using them is the strategy you will learn in this chapter. So, a denial, how many of you know that you do that? We brush our emotions under the carpet and all of a sudden वो कोक की बॉटल के जैसे एकदम एक दिन ब्लास्ट करता है. हाँ, तुमने तो ये कहा था, ये किया था, ये promises करे थे, and all of a sudden this is happening. Oh my God, this is how you are. Knowing your emotions, so I still remember last week I was going through something and my mom was telling me, let go na, theek hai, hota hai, chalta hai, and get over it. And I was telling her, no, I want to feel my emotions so that it does not come back and, hamper me and hit me hard again. Let me feel the emotion, let me, process it, and then I let it pass. I'm not going to hold on to it, but yes, let it pass with its own time. If I will ignore this, some other day, if the same thing happens, I'm going to get more explosive. My emotions are going to come out very badly. So, that's what Tony Robbins is also sharing, that experiencing your emotion and trying to pretend कि हाँ मुझको तो फर्क ही नहीं पड़ा, ठीक है is not right. दुनिया को दिखाने के लिए हमको क्यों डिनायल में जाना है? Third way is competition. Many people stop fighting their painful emotions and decide to fully indulge in them. Rather than learn the positive message their emotion is trying to give them, they intensify it and make it even worse than it is. It becomes a badge of courage and they begin to compete with others, saying, you think you have got it bad? Let me tell you how bad I have got it. It literally becomes a part of their identity, a way of being unique. They begin to pride themselves on being worse off than anyone else. As you can imagine, this is one of the deadliest traps of all. This approach must be avoided at all costs because it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy where the person ends up having an investment in feeling bad on a regular basis. And then they are truly trapped. A much more powerful and healthy approach to dealing with the emotions that we think are painful is to realize that they serve a positive purpose, and that's it. That is learning and using. That is the fourth one. But yes, competition. How many of you have been to the pity parties in the kitty parties? मेरा पति ना ऐसा है. अरे तुझे नहीं पता, मेरा पति तो ऐसा है. अरे मेरी सास ने ये बोला. And then the other one says, ये तो कुछ नहीं है, let me tell you. My mother-in-law does this. Oh, they have a competition at another level. Is that a good way? Is that an empowering way of living? Is my question. Rather than, taking some, positive, this thing ki purpose kya hai is cheez ka, whatever is happening, blah, blah, blah. We get into the emotion and we become the victims and we feel the winners in that being the victim. And that is a sad way of life. And Tony Robbins has shared that dealing with emotions that we think are painful is to realize that they serve a positive purpose. And उससे क्या करना है? Learning and using. If you want to make your life really work, you must make your emotions work for you. You can't run from them. You can't tune them out. You can't trivialize them and delude yourself about what they mean. Nor can you just allow them to run your life. Emotions, even those that seem painful in the short term, are truly like an internal compass that points you towards the actions you must take to arrive at your goals. Without knowing how to use this compass, you will be forever at the mercy of any psychic tempest that blows you away. मैंने अपना पार्ट साथ साथ शेयर किया. Now it's your turn. Anybody who wants to share anything on this, any examples, any life experiences from any of these four ways of dealing with emotions, please raise your hand. I saw Archana, you were very happy listening to the competition part. Let's hear it from you. Unmute yourself and share.
Not only competition as a whole, but I was like traveling my older me actually. So once I was like into such kind of emotional crunches, wherein I also had different ways of exploding, I could say. And from there only, I have learned this lesson, to be very honest. Because see, understanding one thing कि आपके साथ ऐसा क्यों हो रहा है, जिस दिन आप ये समझ जाओगे, then denial, not embracing your emotions and everything, आपको समझ में आ जाएगा. The first thing is first embrace your emotions, whether it is positive, negative, जो कुछ भी आ रहा है, because you are a human being and your heart speaks a lot. Your body tells a lot about yourself. So please embrace it. Don't go into any denial कि नहीं मैं दुनिया को दिखाने के लिए नहीं. ये काम मैं भी बहुत कर चुकी हूँ, but it is not the truth. We eventually become the people pleaser because हम चाहते हैं कि हमारे चारों तरफ सब अच्छा रहे, amicable रहे. And in the run of pleasing people around you, what will eventually happen? आप भरते चले जाते हो. You start demeaning yourself to the extent कि आप खुद सोचो कितना चाहोगे. Would you like to become that grass? मैंने अपने आप को जिस दिन उससे compare किया था ना करिश्मा, then only I got to understand this कि मुझे कहाँ जाना है. Now from a tree, I started reducing into a plant, and then slowly into some shrub, and then herb, and then slowly I'm getting converted into the grass. Now wherein people are coming and just putting their feet over me and just crossing by, and they're not worried about me कि मेरा level कहाँ से कहाँ पहुंच चुका है.
Yes.
So now who's responsible? If people are not looking at you from where you have reached to what level, then whose responsibility it is? And there I got this understanding that rather than going into denial mode, rather than pity partying, वो सभी करते हैं. But since I also carry my own trait that I didn't actually like, ठीक है मैंने एक बार कर लिया, दो बार कर लिया, then eventually I understood one thing कि if I keep on doing this thing every day, then now what will happen? Only my energies are getting dissociated. I am not kind of a person who can just speak around like this. I want to see myself growing. I have by God's grace, we all are educated people sitting here. We have our own sense of thinking, and we have to understand where we are taking our lives. Sitting back at home doesn't mean that we can do anything about with our own brains and with our own body or with our own thought processes. We need to understand where you can be a better person for your own self first. So there I got the realization, Archana, you can't be like this. Even I can't watch television on daily basis and pass my time for 4 or 5 hours. It takes up my energy. And I start feeling like this कि अरे मेरी life कहाँ जा रही है? What I'm doing? just sitting and watching Netflix, or just once in a blue moon is okay, wherein you are celebrating yourself, your time with your me, right? My me time. But if it is your continuous process doing that, that means somewhere you are at trauma, and you
Yeah.
are just don't want to come out of it, and you are just layering it level by level कि चल यार ये dump हो जाएगा. No, but what will eventually happen? It will sit into some part of your body and will someday definitely either you explode, as you said, coke बन जाएंगे. और वो मेरे साथ होता था. And when I used to explode really bad. मेरे हाथ में जो भी आ गया उठा के फेंक दिया. No matter what, I was like that. And मैं उसको खुल के बताती हूँ, मुझे कोई उसमें वो नहीं है, because I have seen that massive change in myself when I start taking the responsibility of my life. So I took that responsibility, I took that charge, I stepped into my power, I started working on myself, I healed myself a big time, I became a massive learner, I joined certain courses just to keep my mind, मैंने जब पहला कोर्स ऐसे ही ज्वाइन किया था, इट वाज लाइक कोविड का टाइम था, एंड आई सेड लेट मी यूज माय टाइम प्रोडक्टिवली. एंड इट वाज जस्ट लाइक कि मुझे डांस सीखने का मन था, आई जॉइन कथक डांस सो दैट आई कुड ग्रो माई सेल्फ इनटू समवन बेटर. मेरे को ऐसे ही नहीं जाना, दैट वाज वेरी क्लियर इनसाइड माय मी. Then when I lost weight, I thought, let me study more about food, maybe more about how one can lose weight, more about. Then I started joining such courses, and later on healings and self-development, it started happening.
Yes, yes.
You have to take that charge. कि आपको क्या करना? Do you want to go into denial mode and be suppressed into your emotions so deeply that it eventually start hurting you in your future? और you want to run into that competition कि तेरे घर में ऐसा है, तुझे नहीं पता मेरा ऐसा, और तुझे नहीं पता मेरे घर में वैसा, और तुझे नहीं पता उसके घर में वैसा. Or you just want to be into this, want to learn out of it, why it is happening, how I should get out of it, how I can become better person, better version of myself, because I'm the kind of person I want to build myself. Then you will see eventually आपका environment भी change होने लगता है, and I'm seeing that is happening around me. So today जो कल तक मेरे लिए mess था, आज वो मेरे लिए बहुत बड़ा message बन चुका है. आज I can beautifully create boundaries around toxic people or anything. I know that if that emotion is coming, I know how to handle it. So you start becoming better and better if you start taking charge of your own life, 100% responsibility of your own life. And then from there, from the grass, I'm seeing myself growing back into herbs, shrubs, and then trees. Being botany student, मैं इस चीज को बहुत अच्छे से relate करती हूँ कि how I am now seeing myself becoming that tree one more time.
Amazing.
Yeah.
That's super, super amazing. Thank you, Archana, for sharing that.
Thank you.
Madhulika, would you like to share? Oh, wow,
Yes.
you look amazing.
Yeah, thank you. I just got dressed up today to
You
celebrate Teach, and
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
heading towards it. And yes, I completely resonate with the share. I'm so sorry, I just missed the name. But yes, this is how things happens. And yes, we are strong enough now to take control, to take charge, to deal with our emotions, and we know how to react or respond. When to react and when to respond, and how to react and how to respond, and how much.
Yes, of course. Life has given us the experience of all of it, right? And
Right.
well, thank you. Thank you for joining in
One thing I
while
want to
being in
share.
your celebrations.
One thing I want to just share कि I'm not saying कि हमें कभी reality सामने नहीं रखनी चाहिए. At times having that little reaction is also important, but you eventually become really mindful कि कब वो reaction show करना. It's not कि every now and then we are reacting like and कभी कभी हमें वो आईना भी दिखाना होता है, but we know how and when. Not every time, because now we have that firmness in our voice.
Yes.
And we know how to deal with that and where to hit the hard. So this is the thing, you become really better.
Amazing, amazing. Thank you, Archana, for sharing that. And we will close today's session here. And I would love to invite each one of you in the room in the further reads of this chapter as well, because I don't know, it just came intuitively to me that I want to bring in, or everyone, whoever can gain from this chapter may come and enjoy it. So feel free to join in with the same link that has been shared with you in your DM. And see you tomorrow at 1:15 p.m. Okay. Thank you so
Thank you,
much.
Karishma. Thank you, everyone.
Bye. Have a nice day. Enjoy your day.
मैं ऐसे ही अभी तक सोच रही थी कि मैं देखा हमने टाइम देखा